with Safa and Donovan.
Welcome back to The Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding. Brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding, Vans. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking 6. Ghost, we're back, man. Episode 4, season's flying by. Just tell us what we're working with this week, man. You know.
All right, I sparking it off with an interview with the homie Poe Pinson that we briefly met in Australia. Had no idea who each other were, and then fast forward a bit, you know what I'm saying, familiarized ourselves with her game, an actual beast in the streets. Great interview with her. Shouts to Poe. Hopefully see you at the jam, you know what I'm saying. And then I think an email actually came through saying that we don't actually go straight to the post office anymore. I think it's Random Skater. So, you know what I'm saying, Random Skater popping off. On the audio side, on YouTube, they're separate. So that's where the confusion
That's the miscommunication.
comes. But yeah, Davis, you know what I'm saying, Random Skater. Who won this week? I don't know. I don't even remember which guest it was, but it popped off, I'll tell you that. Then we going straight to the post office. And then, of course, wrapping up the divisions in the NFL. NFL Canada holding us down. You know what time it is. Fantasy talk. The whole
New
shebang.
Contest on the way.
Yeah. NFL
shebang.
ticks.
Oh, that's some Drake stuff.
What?
Shebang.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That word existed before. I don't know.
Yeah, it's famous because of Drake.
Hell no. That's
That's crazy.
Your brain's so warped by Drake.
Dude. I can't believe you're dropping. That's wicked, dude. I like your coming around. All right, y'all. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/The Bunt. Hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/The Bunt. And then, the most important part, man. We're 10 days away from the biggest and best Bunt Jam of all time. New location. Same great Bunt Jam, man. 3-on-3 basketball tournament on Friday. We released the teams last week. Let's just go over these teams real quick. We got Andrew, defending champs. They only know going to the finals year after year. 3 appearances, 1 win. You got Violet. You know, the Bunt Jam's 3-on-3 new shiny toy last season came through, made their mark, came up just short. Could be because of refereeing. Nobody knows. They may have won that. It's in the past. Violet. We're back. We got a brand new team. Unfortunately, Safa pulled the Nick Katz, moving into the coaching role, hoping to use his experience. We also have Hoddle.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I don't know. I know you saw it, but it just gave me fucking flashbacks, nightmares, watching, you know, Violet exposed you getting the game winner in your face. Did you watch that again? Do you remember that play? And do you remember what I said after? I blamed myself, but I just saw it again like 2 days ago and it hurt all over again. You come over to help when fucking I had Chris Brown on lock. He was going nowhere. You came and just separated yourself from the guy scorching hot, kicks it out, banks it in. None of that's happening this year. We're fucking assignments. We're locked in. You know what I'm saying? The boys are in the gym. We're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that was definitely a miscue on my behalf. That's sports, though, man. That's what happens in the heat of the moment.
You did what you're supposed to do. You helped, but it's just like, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be ready this year, man. We're gonna be ready.
I mean, and the way the bracket's set up, like, it's head to head, man. We're getting a rematch against Violet. It's just gonna be different. But anyways, back to the teams. We got Hoddle coming over from Melbourne. Super hyped to have, you know, the Australians in the building. And then Weekend, they're coming back. Riley Pavey needed another chance. Tanner, he's back. Chocolate, wicked to have Chocolate in the building. Are you kidding me? Legends. Rick Howard lacing them up, stepping on the court.
Riley doesn't care about legends, man.
No, Riley says, Riley's talking crazy on this. Riley's always talking crazy, though. What do you expect? And then
what did he say?
He said he's going to roll them up and smoke them in a spliff. That's what he said about Rick Howard, which is... That's crazy, bro. And then Primitive, man. Carlos. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Terrible. He's about to embarrass himself. I can't wait.
Yeah. So the table's set. Super excited for Friday night, 3-on-3, and then Saturday, man, the main event.
Spitfire too. We forgot.
Spitfire. Yeah. And then Saturday, the main event. The Bunt Jam is back. The obstacles have been revealed. You got your classic rail hubba combo. You got over the football. You got the Hail Mary, and then you got the barn, man. Like week after week, we're talking about people coming back to the Bunt Jam, new faces. The Bunt Jam presented by Vans, man. It's about to be crazy. Some new faces from Vans too, man. Pedro Delfino, Diego Todd, T-Funk, and man, Chima at the Bunt Jam. Just feels right, dude.
We need a varial heel on something massive, maybe over the football.
That's right.
Get your tickets, man. Stop playing.
That's right. All right, the Ghost, you do the dirty work so we don't have to. The Ghost shout out of the week. Very important piece to the skate universe these days, man. What is it?
Lately, skate videos are treated as disposable content. Algorithms decide what gets seen, and full lengths are reduced to a couple of clips in a feed. That's not how skate videos are meant to be experienced. That's why The Den was built. The Den is the skate video app. It has a deep catalog of videos preserved the way filmers intended them to be seen. From the classics to the latest releases, and even a couple of 24-hour live channels, The Den was made so when something special comes along, it stays front and center, long after the feeds moved on. So if you care about skate videos like we do, get The Den for free on iPhone, Android, the web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. I'm hopping over the pond. We're going to Europe. You know what I'm saying? Actually, one of my favorite countries that I love to visit, particularly this city, Berlin. We got Denny Pham. You know what I'm saying? His part Intersections dropped a little bit ago. Off-season thing that I watched 100 times. One of the coolest enders I've seen. He hits you with a banger down a big four, but he's like, I'm not just going to hit you with the single. I'm going to nollie flip front crook a ledge, turn around, and then switch varial flip. Like, does a pivot, switch varial flip the big four. He's doing his thing for Flip and Nike and shit. He's been killing it forever, doing some modeling, but I love that he still holds it down on the board at the highest level. Switchback Biggie knows, man. He's shit. You name it, he's got it. Go check out Denny Pham Intersections part.
That's what's up. All right, Ghost. This intro's been long enough, man. We got Poe Pinson in the goddamn building. Let's get this interview popping.
Poe, send a clip for the video.
We're running out of time, dude. This is PSA for all the guests who think they got, more time. But this is the deadline is today, man. Like crazy. Let's get to the interview. All right, let's get things started. We got Poe Pinson in the building today. What's cracking?
What's up?
To turn the voice on a little bit there.
Yeah. Try to get it going.
Yeah, exactly. Warm it up a little bit. So, Poe, I don't know. Sapis says he's familiar with your game now. I don't know if you're familiar with our game, the pod, but we start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
Ooh, okay. Favorite skate moment? I don't know. I guess maybe just like dropping in for the first time.
Yo, sick.
That's cool. Yeah.
Me and like 3 of my friends that were at the skate park that day, we like all learned how to drop in the same day.
That's
so
sick.
I don't know. That was pretty sick. Okay. I'm not that into sports or very much into basketball, but the Knicks just won the championship.
My God.
Yeah. And it's been so sick to be in New York and to see how like sports can make people so emotional and happy. And I don't know. I feel like I just never really understood.
It brings a city together.
Yeah. And then after seeing that, I was like, whoa, there's like an electricity surrounding the city, surrounding the Knicks winning the championship. So I don't know. That was pretty dope. I feel like that was when like sports like made sense in my mind of like, oh shit, like this.
This is why it means something.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's epic. I'm so bummed. I wish I could have been in the city for at least one of those games that they won in the finals, just to feel that. Did you watch the last game?
No.
No. Just feeling the electricity.
Yeah.
No. I'm just stay in my lane.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen highlights and stuff like Jalen Brunson. I don't know. Looks like it was a good game.
They just drop a name, so
show my knowledge.
Did you see?
Yeah, I know.
One of the funniest things I saw in the parade. Did you guys see when the girl threw the other girl, like the woman threw the other woman off the street light post? No. And then she starts beating her and pulling her. Oh my god! Look it up. Like she starts twerking. She starts twerking, holding onto a pole. And she's getting punched in the butt. It's the craziest thing ever.
Dude, the parades need to be like more controlled somehow, man. They're getting insane.
Yeah, there's still like street lights and shit that are down. Like all the like, crosswalk signs and stuff. There's
the city's been waiting for that one for a long time.
So Poe, take us back to the beginning. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
I grew up in Fernandina Beach, Florida. It's like kind of like an hour outside of Jacksonville, I guess. I don't really know how I got into skating because I asked my dad and he was like, I don't know, you just randomly started asking me for a skateboard and to go to the skate park and I didn't even know you knew what that was. But my mom definitely did not take me to the skate park and she like definitely wasn't like, oh look, like there's skateboarding, like it's so cool, you should try it. I think what happened is like we're driving down the like one road you go to get to the north end of the island and that's where the skate park is, and I think I saw people skating and I was like, whoa, like, what's that? And then wanted to do it. I don't know. That's like the only explanation I can think of. Because I was also like 4.
Oh, true. Okay.
Damn.
And then from I was like, I guess 3. Because then for my 4th birthday, my dad got me like a little Walmart board and took me to the skate park.
Wow, your day one cruiser. That's pretty epic.
That's so cool.
Love that.
And then it just went from there.
Was your mom against the skating? You said she didn't want to take you?
She was kind of just like anti most things. She was like protective, and obviously a protective mother's probably not going to be that hyped on skating.
Yeah. I'm sure she's hyped now though.
Yeah, she is. Then my dad, he's an archaeologist. He still is actually.
Oh, that's so sick.
So he's like travel for work kind of, and on the weekends he would come back and I would skate like on the weekends basically, and then just skate like flat in my driveway the whole week. Yeah, it was kind of just like that for a while.
So what would you consider your first big break in skateboarding?
Like my first like contest.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, because it was like I just was like in middle school, whatever. Then Lisa Whitaker DM'd me on Instagram and was like, hey, like you rip. Do you want to skate a dude tour? And I was like, what? I kind of thought it was like fake at first. I was like, I mean, like, yeah, I guess. Like, and it was already like part of the like Olympic shit at that time. And I didn't even realize that going into it. And then it was like a whole thing and I had to get a passport and like figure that out. And then I was like, what the hell even is like, I didn't even like realize skating was in the Olympics at the time. I was like, what? But so I did that, didn't really do that good. But then because of that, I got invited to like an X Games as an alternate and then got in and did like pretty good at that X Games. And then that's when I started getting like SB Flow, kind of like went from having like no sponsors and like Lisa's company, Meow Skateboards, started skating for her. So I guess I kind of did come up through like skating contests and shit. And then because my first 2 video parts are like on Vimeo. And like hidden, so
that's dope. Well, you mentioned getting on SB Flow. You're fully on the team now. Kind of what's the history there with getting on Nike and then eventually getting on the team fully?
I started getting shoes through Mike Sinclair, but I guess Scuba was the one that was like, oh, so you should send her shoes. So it was just Flow for a while. But then they would kind of pay for me to travel or like do certain things. So I had like a travel budget, but then I was Flow, and then people were telling me, oh, that's kind of a good sign. Like they don't really do that for a lot of people. And I was like, okay. I just never really thought anything would come of skating. So it's still kind of like crazy that shit has come of skating. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then I I had like my little test trip, I guess. It was like an all girls trip to Portland and Seattle in 2022. Just after that first trip, I just started getting invited to do more shit. After the first trip, I think it was for the video Gassed Up. I went on, I think just another trip to Atlanta, but that trip didn't really work out for anyone. That was a pretty crazy trip.
Oh, was that the one where people were getting injured heavy and
Yes.
ditching out? Yeah. I forget who told us about that one.
It was like scary vibe where you like kind of had to like watch where you stepped. You're like, all right, I don't want to fucking like step off the curb and break my ankle. Like there's crazy energy.
Yeah.
Who was in the van on the tryout trip? Was it like a little bit intimidating showing up on that for your first one?
Kind of, because I feel like I didn't really know everyone too well, but I've known like Haley for a while. And I was still pretty young too. I was still 17. I don't know. Like I had kind of like just started driving and shit. And it was like Haley, Nicole, Alyssa Steamer actually showed up in Seattle. And that was like my first time ever seeing her in the flesh. And she was like, I was like obsessed when I was a little kid. And I was like, and then it was like us two skating a spot. And I still was just like, no way. This is insane. But that was like pretty crazy where I was like, what the fuck? And then Victoria, trying to think, Sarah. I roomed with Sarah. That was fun. She's so sweet. There are definitely a lot of people on the trip, and I'm blanking on all of them.
All good. Alyssa was there, the goat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All you need.
Yeah. It was a really good trip though. Everyone was like killing it. So
you're doing your thing for their skateboards these days. You were on Meow at first. How did the switch come about, and how'd you get connected with there?
Yeah, I mean, I had been on a trip with Marby and kind of knew other people, just mutual friends and skating and stuff. And then, Jeff started just like liking and commenting on all my I would like post like a clip on my story. He'd be like, "So sick, Poe!" Like. And I was like, whoa, that's so awesome. And then him and Chandler DM'd me and they were like, hey, like, I know this like might seem kind of crazy, but would you want to skate for there? Like, I think everyone's like really hyped on you. I was like, whoa, okay, this is like the first time I've been offered to skate for a company and been like, oh fuck, like that's so sick. Cause I mean, but at the time I'd been hit up by some like kind of like OG companies and stuff, like I don't know, that were like super sick and like when I was growing up, but then like now I was like, oh, I don't know, it just like doesn't seem. I'm like,
drop it.
Like Flip Skateboards hit me up. And like Zero and Birdhouse and stuff. It was kind of in the like
they
push when like
OGs.
Everyone. So I was like, no way. But it was kind of in the push too, where everyone was like wanting like a girl on their team.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, everyone was like picking all the like girls. And they're like, we need one.
The draft.
Yes, when they were drafting the girls. But
those are the three like last ones to the table. They're like, hurry, quick.
Yeah, seriously. But I was kind of like, damn, like that would have been sick if it was like 2009 and stuff. But no,
you're not lying.
No. But and then I would talk to Lisa about like all of those, and she'd be like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, obviously do what you want, but I feel like those companies aren't really like going anywhere future speaking, and
stuck right where they are."
Yeah, just being kind of real. And I was like, okay. So, and then I was also like super happy on Meow. I was like, this is so dope. Like, I know everyone. Like, I was pretty comfortable. Yeah, so I was never really like, oh, I need to like leave Meow at any. I was like pretty happy and pretty content. But then, yeah, when I got hit up by Chandler and Jeff, I was like, oh, this was also really sick because I already know a few people on there, and that would also be super cool. And they're like pretty much like always putting out videos and like little promos and stuff, and it's like a very dope vibe. But yeah, so it was kind of just like that. They just DM'd me, and then I took like a few weeks, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. Because I guess Lisa was trying to maybe turn me pro too, and I was kind of like, I don't really know if I want to get to turn pro for like a long time. And even when I did, I still was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, that's a different tangent. But yeah, just that.
We'll get there. Love that. We've had Triple OG legends on the pod like Alexis Sablon, who have helped, break down barriers for women in skateboarding, even though it took way too long for her, which I'm remembering from our interview with her. But as a younger woman coming up in the game, have you noticed improvement? You've been skating forever, so you actually kind of can go back in time into, I feel like it's a bit better now, but have you noticed improvement in the industry for equality? And what would you like to see improved going forward?
I have seen an improvement in the industry and just in the overall like acceptance, I guess, because I feel like I used to, when I was younger, it was definitely more difficult to just like go to a skate park and skate, even that was like new, because people were like, yo, and then they just like thought I was a boy, and then if they found out I was a girl, they were like, what, like, no way, I don't know, shit like that. And I was just like, oh. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. And so shit like shit. That. Yeah. Alexis and Mimi and all them having to actually like fight to just get like paid the same from brands or skating a contest or something. Cause yeah, it used to be like in Street League or whatever, it was like the men get like this amount of money and then the women would get like very small portion compared to that. So it's crazy because like I was skating even though I was pretty young and stuff. I still was like riding a skateboard when all that was happening, and it still is kind of trippy now going anywhere, and then I see like other people that like aren't guys and girls and stuff just like skating the skate park. I'm like, that's so sick. Because growing up there were 2 other girls that skated, but they were older, Tessa and Kelly, and then they kind of like helped me out with a bunch of shit and like kind of like taught, they were like hyped that like another like younger girl was skating the park. I don't know. So yeah, I mean there's definitely like an influx of girls and everyone just skating now that never were. I don't know, I guess it's like a little bit of a safer space because more people, I don't know, chain reaction, like more people see more people doing it. They're like, oh, okay, this is actually like okay. Yeah, I don't know, just the whole space too. Even Jeff with their like kind of creating a space for like queer people that like was not really there before. I don't know, it's kind of sick having more people feel inclined to skate and be like, oh, okay, there actually is a place in skating where everyone can exist. I don't know. I've actually, like, I was talking about this with one of my friends, and she had a really good point how it's kind of like a lot of the times with guys and stuff, it's like not, a lot of the times they're like with a filmer, and then the filmer's like, oh yeah, let's go to this spot. Like, this is like a cool spot. And oh, maybe, and like they get to choose, like the filmer and whoever's editing it and stuff gets to kind of like make the skater look cool. They bring them to like cool spots, kind of, I guess, show them like cool music, like kind of almost like mold people, like help mold people in a way that they're like, I don't know, even just like in all, like a lot of skaters and like Daniel Dent videos and stuff, I feel like they get, I mean, I love Daniel Dent's videos like of very much, but just a lot of skaters in bigger metropolitan areas, I feel like can kind of, and specifically guys, get kind of like helped a little bit more to be like desirable to like watch skate. I don't know. But with girls, a lot of times people don't really do that so much. Like there's not a lot of people being like, okay, like, I mean, now there is more so than ever, but I feel like it kind of took a while for people to actually be hyped on like girls getting in the streets and actually being like, okay, yeah, come out and skate with us, and like we'll take you to a spot that's not like a fucking 16 stair rail or like a giant gap that you can actually skate and do some like sick shit on. I probably could have articulated that better, but I guess just that is still kind of happening where people are actually like supporting girls skating that isn't, because I feel like that's the reason a lot of girls start skating contests and then like kind of switch from that, because that's like one of the only times that like you can kind of feel, I guess, like supported in a way.
I can see that. Like it's easier to come up and make a name for yourself skating contest than skating street. So you come up via contest, and then I feel like you're probably more known for street skating now, maybe. Whereas when you were coming up in like the Olympics and stuff, like that's what blew you up. But now I feel like you're more, or like I'm more hyped to watch your street stuff now, obviously.
Yeah.
So you've been on some of the Air Force One Nike trips, the Crease Tour. How have those been? Any fun stories from those trips so far? And who's been the most impressive on those trips? Because it looks like it's been actually insane.
I feel like that whole squad is so just insane. Everyone's like so good at skating and they all have so much pop. Like it's insane. Even just like skating with Elijah and stuff. I'm like, fuck, like y'all pick spots. We're like pulling over and I'm like, what could y'all have possibly seen to skate? And it's this like literal like neck high rail on a wall with like this much space and then like a curve in front of it. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's not a spot. And yeah, I feel like every day just like kind of blown away. I'm like, what the hell? But that was a pretty good crew too. But I went to Miami and Puerto Rico.
Sick.
And
y'all went crazy in Puerto Rico. I've skated there a few times. So like, I've been to, like, I think I told you already, but that front three into that bank, we went there. It was so sick. That switch flip back nose blunt was out of this world. And that tray flip 5-0 was shocking from Troy. We went to that thing too. It was raining, but I'm like, when he was riding up to it, I'm like, what the hell is Troy going to do on this? I was like thinking something basic and he just hit the 3-flip 5-0. I was like, holy shit. That was a really sick video. Everyone snapped.
It was like a fun vibe too. It was like everyone was just kind of having fun. I don't know. And Joel was there. Joel Miles.
Yeah.
And
legend.
Yeah, he's a fun character to be around. So he definitely kept the vibes up. And I don't know, the like place we stay at, except I guess I've been twice to Puerto Rico and each time like stayed at the same place, is so, I don't know, it's just like such a good vibe. There's like swimming pool and right by the beach. Just swimming in the ocean with everyone was so sick. Like it's just everyone's like just in the ocean. I don't know. That was fun. That was like there. And especially it was like winter in New York and being there with like Kareem and Antonio and stuff. It was like, I guess, kind of winter everywhere. And so anyone that was like experiencing the winter was like just so hyped to be in warmth.
So speaking of being on trips, we hear you can be a space cadet at times. What's the longest you've ever made the van wait?
Fuck. I've probably had them wait for a while. Now
that you're on the team, you're all comfortable. You're like the first trip, you're probably first in line. Now you're like, what's the wait time for Poe?
Last in line. Even on the first trip, I was still last in line, which was crazy. I was trying too. I was really trying. But I would like to say like around 15 minutes, and I would really hope it's never been longer than that.
Oh yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's probably been longer than that, honestly.
Yeah, 15 minutes for you. Someone else has probably been like, someone's screaming right now hearing you say 15 minutes.
Someone's like, no, that's not true. Yeah, there's someone. Because I'll swear I'm like ready, and then I'm like, oh shit, like I'm not ready. I have things to do. And then I'm like, what? Then I'm like, okay. And then I'll start like looking at my nails. I'm like, oh, I have dirt under my nails. Need to get that. Just like, random shit. But definitely a long time. Like, and then I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that sucks. Like, I wouldn't want to wait that long.
So we hear you take your routines and body maintenance super serious. What's a day in the life like as far as physio, yoga, stuff like that? And what's the weirdest or latest at night you've insisted on making sure that happened?
Yeah, I do, because I have like my back is pretty fucked up, my lumbar, then just kind of everything, I guess. Is some days I kind of am like, all right, I just need to like go, and I don't do it, but most days I try and do some like core and hip shit when I wake up, even just like loosening up a little bit. Nothing too crazy. If I'm low on time, I'll literally do like 2 little exercises or something. At night, I feel like if I haven't done my like PT shit in the morning, then I'll do it at night. And usually that's like, cause I have like a whole bedtime routine that I must complete most. I can like kind of compromise on some shit, but cause I've had trouble sleeping since I was a kid, and I had this like weird anxiety thing where I would like stop breathing when I was falling asleep and like wouldn't be able to breathe kinda, but it was like weird cause it was anxiety. And yeah, one of my friends was like, maybe you should try having like a routine so your brain like knows like, okay, this is like our time to shut off, I guess. And I was like, maybe that'll help. I'll try. And I did it, and it felt so good, and it was so nice. And then that was also right around the same time I hurt my back. So incorporating like nighttime, just like kind of like loosening my hips up and stuff and this and that. I say like yoga is stretching, but it's kind of just like whatever I want to do in the moment, some sort of like movement, some sort of like conscious movement. But probably the most like craziest when it's just like, bitch, go to bed. But I just didn't. It was in Copenhagen. It was like 11 a.m. and I was still just like awake. Like it was like, that was like the night. And I was so ready, but I was like, okay, I need to like do something. So I think I like probably just like stretched out a little bit before getting in bed. But yeah, it was like 11 a.m.
Jesus.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
That sounds right for Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Late nights turn into early mornings over there.
Yeah, but definitely just occasions like that where I'm like, okay, I still need to do something.
I respect that consistency. It's tough.
Since you and everyone you know are headed to Toronto by the end of the month for the greatest event of the year, the Bunt Jam, we're going to teach you a few words to help you get around Toronto. You already know T-Dot means Toronto, but it's time to level up. The first word is bear. This one means a lot. So if someone says there was bare people at the Bunt Jam, they're not complaining. They're just saying there's a whole lot of people. The next word is cheesed. Sounds delicious, but unfortunately, it has nothing to do with cheese. If someone is cheesed, they're mad or annoyed. So if a local says, I'm cheesed, maybe don't ask them to share their poutine just yet. And if someone tells you to low it or allow it, this is your cue to leave it alone and forget about it. For example, if your friend starts arguing with security, just tell them, allow it, fam. But if someone says, say less, you're good. That means I got you, or no need to explain. So if someone says, we're headed to the Bunt Jam, you can simply reply, say less, and you'll see them there. These words of T-Dot wisdom were brought to you by the one and only CHPO Grand, the worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches, always doing it for the people.
So turning pro, always a special moment in every skater's career. Can you take us back to your pro surprise?
Jeff had asked me if I wanted to turn pro like earlier in the year, and I was like, oh, like maybe not for this video, but maybe like the next like full length video you guys do, like maybe then or something. And he was like, oh, okay, like I understand. And then like asked me again like later in the week and was like, yeah, so Jim like really like wants it to happen this year, and like it's kind of already like planned. And I was like, okay. I was like, so yes, then I guess. He was like, okay, it'll probably happen like later in the year, like maybe around Unity Fest. And I was like, okay. But I just like tried to pretend like that was like false and that was not going to happen, so that I didn't like tweak out filming my video part, being like, okay, this is like gonna be my pro part. Like I have to And that was like kind of at some points I was like, okay, I do want to like make sure this is like good, because deep down I knew, but I was like, okay, it's also whatever. Yeah, I just tried to tell myself it like wasn't happening, and I was like, and he was lying, and it like wasn't gonna work out like that. And then when I got there, I was kind of not, I don't know, I was like, I didn't really expect it to happen the way it happened at all. I feel so fried just for like believing everything, because we like got to San Francisco. Both of my roommates came. They were acting like funny in the airport. They were like, "Yee!" And I was like, I'm excited to be here too. And I guess it was supposed to happen at the airport, but my dad's flight got delayed. So then it had to happen like later, which is probably for the best. Yeah, we were with, like, Marie picked us up, and she was like, oh, like, we have to stay like down here and skate like something down here because the traffic's like fucked up and we can't drive to the city yet. And so we skated like curbs outside of the Roblox building. There were really good curbs, but I just was like, yeah, like I was so sore because I had jumped down like a stair set like the day before. And I was like, oh, I'm so sore, but like curbs do sound good. Just like bullshit ass excuses as to why we couldn't drive to the city yet. And then we were like in the parking garage, and Jace was like, oh, like I have to piss so bad. Like I'm actually about to like piss myself. Like I have to pee. And then I was like, you can probably just like go ahead and go inside. And everyone's like, no. And like pee in the garage. And it's like, okay. And I'm like, what? That's like so random. But it was just like random little things that like looking back like weren't making sense. But I was just like, okay. Yeah, like just said then everyone was like, oh yeah, we're probably just gonna meet up with Jeff and get dinner in the city. We're like walking to the Chinese restaurant. And I didn't even really see everyone at first. I just was like, I saw like our homie Ryan's beanie. And I was like, oh, Ryan's here too. Like, and I just was like, hi, Ryan. And like, kind of was like walking past everyone. And then.
That you knew.
Yes. And then I like kind of made eye contact with like Rue and Spaghetti. And I was like, wait. I was like, oh, you guys are here too? I was like, what? Then like everyone kind of started yelling, and I just like turned back around and saw my dad like holding a skateboard, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, oh, this makes more sense.
Yeah, you look so surprised. I love that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. I was very thoroughly surprised.
Turn pro in a fedora like a legend.
That's awesome.
That's some Greg Letzka shit.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Okay. Rank the 3: snowboard, fingerboard, skateboard.
That's actually really tough.
Oh shit.
I guess skateboarding's number one. Like skateboarding.
I guess.
Skateboarding number one.
Now this is the battle.
Yeah. Then snowboarding. Snowboarding for sure. Snowboarding and skating are like kind of like neck and neck at, just because I snowboarding is so fun. Like I love snowboarding so much, and I could so just be like one of those people that just chills and like skates when it's like not snowing, and then just snowboards like all winter. And just like I'm like, oh, I guess I'll skate in the summer because there's no snow. But that would only be if I lived somewhere. Yeah, that would be if I lived somewhere where snowboarding was like super accessible. Which I guess here it is, which it was super fun this winter. But yeah, then fingerboarding. Just because I do love fingerboarding. But I love the like bodily feelings of like skating and snowboarding. But fingerboarding is like super fun, and you can kind of.
I thought the battle was going to be between snowboarding and fingerboarding for sure, but
yeah,
skate and snow.
Skating, yeah, skate and snow. But yeah, skating number one for sure.
Hell yeah,
I guess.
So the Olympics is an honor that comes with a lot of pressure and attention. How was that whole experience for you? And like, Were you hyped? Would you do it again? Was it anxiety? Like, take us kind of on that journey.
Kind of crazy and almost random because I was like skating contests and stuff, but I was ranked like 40th or something. I was like not really anywhere like high. I was kind of just doing them because they were like, I could just go somewhere and hang out and skate for like an hour of the day and then have the rest of the day to skate anywhere else or do whatever. And I was like, okay, that's sick. I guess I was like in the top like 35 or whatever. And then the last like 2 contests before the Olympics, one was in Shanghai and it was like fully paid for by the like Olympic committee.
Mm-hmm.
I skated so much in Shanghai. I just was skating street every day and skating like contest and just I was kind of just like over it too because I thought because we had also kind of been filming for the Quick Strike video and I thought there was going to be a thing where if I did the Olympics my clips weren't going to be able to get used for some like crazy weird like copyright reason shit. And that ended up not being the case. But I was like kind of bummed because I was like, damn, like I'm doing these contests and I really don't even like care. And my footage isn't going to get used. I was like, that sucks so bad. And so I was kind of just like, man, like this shit's stupid. And like wasn't really like paying attention or caring. I was kind of just like, would skate all day and like skate to practice, then like skate more and then just have fun. And it was super sick in China. And I ended up doing pretty good. I got 4th at that one. And I was like I was like so done skating. I was like, I am not trying to like make it to the next round because it's like fucking 4 rounds. So you skate like 4 contests in a week basically. And I was just like, dude, I was like, I'm so done. Like I'm not trying. I'm so content with like fucking 9th place. I don't want to make it to the finals. Like fuck that. And then I made it to the final. I was like on my hands and knees, like praying that Momiji landed her trick because that means she would like, it was like a thing where if she landed it, it would like bump me out. So I was like, please, Momiji, please land it. Like, please, I know you probably want this more than me. And, but she didn't land it. So I fucking made it. And so then that bumped me up like super high. And then the next one, I didn't do really like bad at the next one either. And then after that event, and this was in the span of like a month too. This was in like May and like late May or whatever. And the Olympics were in like July. So I went from like not being close to going at all to just like all of a sudden I'm just like going and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was, yeah.
Damn.
And it was like it was kind of weird because everyone in my hometown was a little confused and they had like a lot of people thought like every qualifier for it I did like was the Olympics. And I was like, what? I was like, you guys are fucking fried. I was like, what? Because there's this like one guy who has been like trying to get a new skate park for so long and like nobody even wants a new skate park. But I think he's just like super fixated on the idea of like getting a new skate park and like has nothing to do, and which is chill. Like that's sick. Like I guess it would be sick to have like a dope new skate park that's not just like prefab. But also we all love the hips. They're perfect. But he posted and was like already like planned a parade for after. He like posted it on Facebook and planned a parade for after the Olympics, but this was whenever I was like nowhere near close to going, and I was like, dude, you actually can't do that. I was like, you can't do that.
That's crazy.
So that was like the biggest. I was just like, that's insane. I was like, that parade is probably not gonna happen. Like, this is probably not gonna happen. But the Olympics happened and the parade happened. It's fucked. It was fucked. But
so sick.
Yeah, and it was kind of same shit during the Olympics where I was kind of just like, this is so crazy. Like I didn't even expect to be here. And it was just so crazy being around, like, I guess again, because I had never really like been super into sports and stuff. I like kind of knew shit about tennis because my dad is into tennis, and it was just crazy to see the only people that I like know about in sports in the flesh, I'm like, yo, like this is insane. Like being around like crazy like athlete people. I don't know. That shit was just insane. But and then skating and the actual thing itself, kind of I felt like shit. I like hadn't really been sleeping a lot. I like drank a few glasses of wine the night before and like I slept maybe like 3 hours, and then I was like I just felt like shit. I was like on the like bus on the way there, and I was just like, dude, my like fucking eyeballs hurt. I was like, this is gonna suck so bad. I was like skating like the little like mini ramp like warm up thing to skate before, and then I was just like, dude, you know what? Like this is actually so crazy. Like this is the Olympics that everyone like speak about. And then I kind of was just like, dude, I was like, wow, this is really insane. Then I had this like crazy wave of like bliss, and I was kind of just like, dude, like what the fuck? So I was just like so hyped, and I was like, dude, this is like the big one, I guess, that everyone's like super hyped for, and I haven't even been like thinking about that. So I don't know. I guess I was kind of like just trying to keep it pretty positive too, because I know for a lot of the other girls, it is a lot. Like, and they're all young, still like experiencing like being a person while going through this like crazy big unnecessary stress for something that in the grand scheme of things is all just like a shared experience. Again, because for me, it wasn't that stressful. For me, I was kind of like, dude, this is like chilling. Obviously, you get the anxiety from all the people and shit where you're like, okay. But then once you kind of like are like in, you're just kind of in. I don't think I landed. I don't even remember if I landed my runs or not. I don't think I did. But
it's an out of body experience for you.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm glad you had that moment to like kind of soak it in and actually appreciate it, because I could see that being like a crazy weird stress that would make it not fun.
What was your Olympic playlist like? We heard you had some epic tunes going.
Oh, it was kind of really all over the place. It was like some like summer vibes, and like A.G. Cook and Charlie XCX were like released was it like the Green Brat? That. So I had like a few songs from that, which is like kind of pretty random for me. A lot of Chief Keef, BK the Ruler. I actually was listening to some Beyonce too, randomly, which
Sick. So it was all over the place.
Yeah. I was like really into electronic music. So I was like, there's a lot of electronic music, and then some like really random like deathcore songs and stuff that I just was kind of like, all right, like, yeah, fuck it. It was like a fun playlist, I guess. I don't know. It was just really random, though. It's always pretty random. Cool. But
and then, hey, you did your thing, came home and had a parade, man.
That's awesome. I want to have a fucking parade.
Your crazy homie predicted it.
That's so cool.
God.
Let's get a little story time going. What's the story behind your 3 a.m. visit to the fire department and hospital in Lisbon?
I don't know. I feel like my eyes are like magnets to like rocks and fucking like metal and shit getting in there. And there was something in my eye. At first I thought it was an eyelash, but when it came out, it was like a fucking like little chunk of something. We were eating dinner, and then we were like trying to go out, find somewhere like good to dance and stuff. And then on the way out, this like guy crossed the street and started like walking with us. And I was like, not a fucking other one. I was like, I'm so over that. And then he just kept following us. But the whole time I'm like, I have like one eye closed and I'm like blinking fucked up. I'm like, dude, this hurts. It was like scratching my eyeball like every time I closed my eyelid. And I was like, damn. Dude, I'm gonna like scratch my shit. Like, this is not good. My friend Bree, who I was with, she was using her brain capacity and was like, hey, maybe let's just like go home. Basically, like, let's get away from this guy. And I was like, no, we don't need to go home. She was like, are you sure? Like, we need to get your eye drops. And I was just like, oh, I have them in my pocket. I'm like, dude, looking back on it, I'm like, fuck, I'm like so fried. Then he's like, oh, like, do you want to go to the fire department? Like, they can flush it out like really quick with oxygen. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, and then they just like can't help. And then I'm like, okay, this is kind of seeming stupid, but then he's like, okay, we can go to the hospital. It's another 5 minutes that way. And I was like, will it be like quick? It's like an urgent care situation. And he's like, so quick, takes 5 minutes. And I'm just like believing this guy. And we go to the hospital. It's closed. The hospital's closed. I'm like, what the fuck? I just don't even know anymore. And I was like, I just want this out of my eye. I can't even think. Then he's like, oh, there's another hospital, but it's another 10-minute walk. I was like, I don't know if I want to go. I was like, fuck it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. I was like, nobody has to go with me. Like, but then we all ended up walking there. And then we like get there and he's like telling us, he's like, it's going to be like €5 to get expedited. He's like, you have to get, like, if you give me €5, like I'll give it to the people to expedite it, but it's like free care. And I'm like, just let me like, just stop. And then Bree's like, just fucking like take it, and gives him like €10, and then he leaves, thank God. But then we're down €10 because of course he's not going to fucking talk to some person outside of the fucking waiting room to expedite the process for €5. Then they were like, oh, it's going to be like €112. And I was like, fuck no. And then we just left. And then in the shower, after all that, Bree was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, that was so stupid. I was like, that was so stupid. And my eye still fucking hurts. And in the shower, I was washing my face and it just like fell out.
Nice.
But it was like that was like a whole night. That was like an entire night of that.
How long did that guy hang out with you for €10?
It was over an hour for sure.
Jeez, he put in work, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And we were like, bro, he could have just like asked us for €5
at the beginning.
Or like
fucked off.
Yes.
We heard you had a gnarly experience fishing with Georgia and North Carolina. What happened there?
Yes. I think we were in Boone or somewhere, like either outside of Charlotte, like kind of like really small town vibe. We get there and we're like there for probably like 2 hours. Neither of us catch anything. And she like knows how to fish. And she's like, bro, this is shitty. And I'm like, yeah, it's like a fucking like tiny pond. Like whatever. It just doesn't work out. We're trying to leave. And there are these like dogs, like kind of like circling us. And we like try and move. And it's like a crazy movie scene where there's like fucking like wolves or some shit. And they're like eyeing you and like not letting you pass. And her car is here and we're like here. And the dogs are just kind of going like this. And we're like, what the fuck? And then there's someone like standing outside of their house, like across the street, just like standing there like this. And they're like kind of calling the dogs, but they're like not. And there were big ass dogs too. It was like German Shepherd looking dogs. And we were like, yo, we better get just fucking mauled by these dogs. And we would try and like get closer to the car, and they would like kind of get protective of it and be like, and we were like, dude, this is fucking outrageous. We just like ended up like throwing shit and like running, but then like the dogs like ran back to the car and like tried to like get us as we were going into the car. It was so crazy. And then they were like followed her car down the road for a second. It was literally like some shit that happens in a dream. Like it was so crazy. They
actually attacked.
Like, they tried.
Jesus Christ.
That's terrifying.
And the owner's just watching like, yes, this is what's happening.
They're probably like bummed that we were like trying to fish in the pond or something. I don't know. It was in like rural North Carolina. Like,
yeah,
it was like, there was like nothing there.
Damn. Well, glad you guys made it out in one piece.
Survived. So what's next for Poe Pinson? What you got lined up this summer and in the future?
I'm probably going to go to Copenhagen, probably to the Bunt Jam.
Oh, right. Ding, ding, ding.
And then July? Yeah, July seems pretty chill because I'll be back in Florida and I'll go to Miami for this, I think some like World Cup stuff maybe. I don't really
does
know.
It end in Miami?
I don't know.
Dude, this shit's taking forever. Yeah. This World Cup thing is...
Yeah.
It's so goddamn long, dude.
Another like sporting thing that I'm like trying to get in. I like really want to just be so passionate and like cry tears and feel things and like just be so lit with my friends over like just like balls and shit. Like I'm like, fuck, like I really just want to feel that so bad, but I just don't. I'm like, fuck.
Yo.
But
chill.
Holy fuck. That's been like our whole life, man. Just way too passionate over balls and shit.
That's so sick though. Like that's so sick.
Vibing with the homies at every chance we can get.
End your summer at the Bunt Jam. There'll be more balls and shit there.
Yes.
All sorts of them, dude.
Poe, you gotta chill, man.
Dude, that has been the quote of the season so far.
Oh.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week we're brought to you by the one and only Spitfire Wheels. And we gotta tell you, if there's one team we're worried about at the Bunt Jam 3-on-3 tournament this year, it's Spitfire. If their game is anywhere near as good as their wheels, we're all screwed. But no grudges here. Even when they beat us, we'll still be riding their wheels. Can't beat 54mm conical fulls or a fresh set of 93s for all the crusty spots. All the best shops got them, including Blue Tile, Good News and Rumor in Canada, McGill's Time Machine and Humidity in the US. Hit them up and don't forget to tell them the Bunt sent you. Poe Pinson in the building, rapid fire. All right, favorite skater?
Emile Laurent.
Hell yeah. Favorite video?
I guess Flip Extremely Sorry.
Yo, that's blasphemy.
Really,
but
really, that's it's kind of
three,
it's biased.
Yo, it's an age gap thing.
It's a bias because the first like physical video I had, and so that was like the only
sentimental
one I
value.
watched. Yeah.
That
makes sense.
Perfectly. Yeah, I take it back. But for us, it's like the first one or second one is acceptable, but the third one.
Yeah, sorry. The OG sorry. The OG sorry is probably like actually like better, but extremely sorry means.
I mean, there's no probably,
but
that's
Shane
a piece
Cross,
of history.
Shane Cross held
Shane
it down.
Cross.
Favorite video part?
Marissa Del Santo, Strange World.
Yeah, so good. Favorite style?
I've been like Wade Desarmo. So I love his. I like his style.
True. Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
Probably just local skaters at the park. Honestly, that was more like influential. I don't know, just being so young and everyone was like older. I was just like, yeah, like they were all kind of like hesh. They would just skate the spine ramp and like somehow like do like late grabs and stuff and fucking just like chill and drink beer and listen to death metal.
A unique bag of tricks. I was actually so curious to hear who you were going to say for this because you have like a gazillion tricks. I'm like, who influenced you to like learn so many tricks like that? But the locals, shout out to the local scene. Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Mark Johnson.
Favorite trick?
Probably just a kickflip, honestly.
Hardest trick for you?
Nollie inward heels. Oof. I don't get it. I've done like 2 on hips, but I just don't get it. On flat, if I commit, it turns into a nollie shove. And if I don't commit, it like kind of rotates. But the amount of times I've just done a nollie shove and landed with my legs completely straight and just slipped out, I'm like, this is not for me, this trick.
Damn, that sucks. It's a good trick.
Such a good trick.
Most illegal trick?
I feel like it's illegal to not do illegal tricks.
I would probably disagree on that, but
yeah,
this is your interview.
I mean, I feel like nollie pressure flips don't really make a lot of sense.
We'll take it.
Yeah, fair.
We'll take it. Favorite clip you've ever gotten?
Honestly, probably the dark slide I did in my
so sick
video part. I like started trying it, had never done a dark slide, and then didn't get it that day, and then learned dark slides the next day, and then went back the day after that.
You're trying to learn it on the spot?
Yeah.
Sick. Fire ender. Mm-hmm. Were those SB Air Forces before like they came out?
Those were actually fucked. They're like the women's Air Forces too. I just really like the color. And so they were like extra platform vibe.
Damn. That would be like an ankle roller, but
yeah.
Pulled it off. That was a fucking epic clip.
Thank you.
What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
People like just with pop, even like Kareem on like Nike trips and stuff. Just the way that he's like we're like the same size basically, but he can like just fucking like pop onto anything, and it's like his knees are like above his head and he can still just like pop onto it.
All right. What's the one trick that got away?
Oh, one that was so stupid. That was I was in Barcelona, and I was only there for like 4 days, and it was my first day there. And instead of skating like any of the Barcelona spots that are like super dope and cool, I spent all fucking day like going in between, just kind of like chilling and trying this fucking front board kickflip out on one of the like flower bed rails, like flat rails with the like corners and stuff. I spent all fucking day trying that and just did not get it. And I was like, that was so stupid. And then the next day I got sick. So I was just like, that was so stupid. So I guess, but I still did skate the last day and got like shit I was hyped on. But I was like, well, that was fucking just ridiculous. That was a pretty stupid one.
What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
Probably Jace. He was like 1 year into skating. He had like kind of was like just learning how to kickflip and stuff. He was like out of nowhere, he kind of goes, dude, if I drink a beer right now, I think I could be able to switch backside flip the set at like the local park. And we were like, yeah, Aiden and I were like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I'm being so for real. He's like, I like swear that shit could just unlock in my brain. And I was like, bruh, no. And he was like,
no.
He's like, I just, and he still kind of stands by it. He's still like, in that moment, that's exactly how I felt. And I was like, okay.
That's such a leap from kickflip.
You can feel however you'd like, but the reality. Yeah.
But that's probably pretty up there.
Shout out your homie Jace. Last new trick you learned.
The other day, I actually just did my first like back 180 fakie mani, like come out fakie.
Sick.
On like a flat mani pad. That was my first time. Because I've kind of done them where they're like basically like a fucking like long back three. Yeah. Kind of like a pivoted back three. But that was my first one, like locking in and like popping out faking.
Discipline. Didn't let your shoulders swim.
Yes.
Dream job after skating.
I don't know. Some like random shit. Some random blue collar shit. If not,
let's go.
Some sort of marine job that involves water and maybe marine wildlife.
Love that. Favorite local brand?
Probably the Block skate shop in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Favorite local skater?
Aiden, my homie Aiden. We like grew up skating together. He's so
Shout out Aiden. What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
No sponsor in particular, but there's definitely like brands and people that I would like not associate myself with now. There was this one fucking brand. It was like glazed over gear. It was so fried. It was so cooked. And my dad was like, oh, that looks like sick. And I was like living at my grandma's house, like with my aunts and stuff at the time. And they were like, that does not seem that cool. And my dad was like, that seems sick. And he just like he just is funny. But then we were like in California for the exposure skate contest and like met up with this dude to like take photos. And I was like, that was fucking weird. I was like, that was weird. I never want to do that again. So probably that glazed over gear.
That sounds like a weird one for sure.
Sus.
Yeah. Favorite teammate ever?
Samaya Smith.
Worst teammate ever.
Oh, I guess Nigel's technically a teammate. Nike.
Oh,
Probably
wow.
Probably Nigel.
Oh, damn. Is there a story there or just?
No, he just has like kind of crazy vibe. No, like it just a really like anytime I'm like around him, I'm just like or he DJ'd at Copenhagen and it just never ended and it was so bad. And
Yo.
Whoa,
just never ended.
Yo, Poe's turning up, yo.
No, like it just probably just vibe wise.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Worst company.
Doubling down on Naja, probably. I'm gonna have to go with Disorder.
Yo, now you're just being mean.
Yeah,
I know. I do feel pretty mean, but the graphics aren't really my favorite. It's kind of it's like a personal opinion. The graphics aren't really my favorite, but I do love Damo Walker and stuff. I do love Damo. But
he might have something to say.
He's trying to save face.
Now. I know. He's probably. But I do love him and his skating. But I don't know. It's just something I've tried to watch the videos and it just isn't really. It's just not really my thing. If that's somebody's thing, fair. Like that's okay. Fair. But I do not.
Yeah. That skating's hard to relate to.
I don't really find it to be my cup of tea.
Once again, perfectly fair. We've all got opinions. Yours are just extremely mean. Just kidding.
Oh,
just kidding. Worst trend.
I think like selvage denim is trending within skating right now. Which is it's like sick. I feel like on some like fashion shit, I guess. But for skating, it just doesn't seem like I feel like. I mean, for me at least, I don't have any, but I feel like it would be. I don't know. Maybe you might catch me in some selvage denim. You might catch me in some soon. Maybe I'll hop on. But
for now,
it just doesn't really like make sense to me to like skate a fucking like shitty spot with like fucking like poop on the ground and like random shit, and you're like Japanese selvage denim. I don't know.
No, this is insane. That's insane.
All right. I don't know anything about that world, so I'll just take your word for it.
Me either. Honestly, I'm hating from the outside.
Worst style.
I'm not really a fan of Jagger Eaton style.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, not holding back, man. I respect it.
You're tired of this shit, eh?
I might have to agree with that one too. Last but not least, Poe, who's the last person you want on the sesh?
No one in specific that I can really think of, but probably I just can't.
Wait, hold on. No, we need after all that heat.
We need a name. It's gonna be a 2-word answer: first name and last name. I tried to dance around that one, huh?
I know I can't really. I guess circling back to Jagger Eaton because I have done like Olympic shit. Because I have been in the same space. Been in the same space of skating. I don't even want to imagine what he's like skating street, but
so Jagger.
Probably yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess so.
Double Naja, double Jagger. That's
crazy.
Yeah, just
no fucks given around here.
It's over.
Yeah, just because I have spent some amount of time around the two of them.
Shit. Well, all right, Poe. That's gonna wrap up the interview. You absolutely killed it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, this was fun. I was kind of like almost a little nervous, but then it was so chill and so fun. No need. Thanks, Poe. You've got mail. Welcome back to the post office. It is absolutely packed this week. Ghost, we gotta move through these quick, man. They're starting to pile up. let's get right into it. Who we got up first?
All right, first up, we got an email from Gronos1. Say, fellas, need you guys to weigh in on a divisive issue. Local heroes skating during demos. I was taught unless the local talent is unbelievably consistent or flow for the visiting team, they don't belong out there. Warming up, totally cool, but at a certain point, the demo starts and you clear out. Recently, there was an Adidas demo and there was 4 to 6 locals skating during the entire demo, and it was clear that the 4 to 8 Adidas teammates did not have enough room. Basically, everyone is skating a single ledge because this guy is trying to big spin off the top of the other ledge 500 times. Unintentional snaking, etc. For me, it's literally once every few years any pro team comes, let alone an elite group like that. There were 3 Sodis in attendance, and 2 or 3 barely got to skate. Mark Suchu battled one trick for the whole demo, waiting for 3 local Joes to miss a ledge trick we've all seen them do 1,000 times between each try. It was pissing me off, but everyone I was yapping to is basically chalking it up to an unk mentality that needs to lighten up because of some notion of accessibility, not wanting to discourage local skaters. How are you not self-aware enough to realize the demo would flow 10 times better and you would get to witness 10 times more insane tricks if the 4 to 6 locals just chilled for the second half of the demo? No, these guys were out. No, these guys were out there wearing Nikes, getting in the way of Miles Silva's. Am I an asshole? Wow.
Dude. I mean, we get easy questions in the post office quite often, but this is like the easiest. You're right, man. 100% right. No one needs to see a local hero, no matter how goddamn good they are, skating in the demo. These guys have come to put on a show. Let them do their thing. People are there to see the pros. Let the pros skate for the afternoon, man. It's fucking simple.
Yeah, this particular story is absolutely brutal. If I was there, if I had a mic in my hands, I would have told them to sit the fuck down. That's definitely not unk mentality, and there's no need to lighten up on that mentality because especially snaking Mark Suchu and shit, like this is just egregious to the max. So we got to keep it moving. But yeah, you're 100% right, and I would have been livid if I witnessed that.
Dude, it's just a truly sad scenario that this had to play out for the people who came to see the 3 former Sodis. Like, but this is on the guy with the mic. Like, it's very easy to like remove these guys from the session. You know?
Not always though, because if the guy with the mic is local, then. But if you're visiting, you're traveling, and you're the guy with the mic, not everyone has it in them to call out some strangers to sit the fuck down. But that's what needed to happen there.
That's what needed to happen. I guess you're right. Every case is a little bit different, but someone had to step up and just remove these guys. But yeah, you're right. Keep moving that narrative. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got an email from Bennett. Howdy, fellas. I wrote in a few years ago, and you were trying to pronounce my name. It's Bennett Perot. You guys thought it was Perrault, but I'm actually French-Canadian, and my folks moved to the States before I was born. From Toronto, so I'm actually a diehard Leafs guy. I was just in Toronto and checked out an Argos game for the fuck of it. What do you guys think of the CFL? Best, Bennett. Go Leafs, go. I don't think anything of the CFL because I literally never watch it. So it's like an awful like junior league to the NFL. It could be something great where like NFL talent could funnel into the CFL, but the game is so different. Like the rules and the ball and the downs, like it's just a completely botched version of the NFL, which could be great.
Yeah, I agree. I can't get into it. If it was the same rules, I think it'd be a little easier. But I went to one BC Lions game and I just got pretty blackout that night. And we had a booth or whatever. What's that shit called?
What the hell? You're in a box at the Lions game?
We had a box for everything. So yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck. No opinions. Thanks for the email.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, we got an email from Gus McLeod. Hello, Bunt. I'm a longtime listener of the podcast, and I look forward to each new season since I discovered it in 2017.
Let's go.
Even when I think I'm not interested in a guest or I'm just out of the habit of podcast listening generally, I will still tune into the Bunt and feel better for it. Rain, hail, or shine. Wow. Fuck. I've noticed that as the Bunt has developed over the years, Seifa has become less prone to having outbursts in a boisterous Jamaican accent. It still happens every once in a while, perhaps 2 or 3 times an episode. 2 or 3 times an episode? That's a lot. What the hell? But it seems the outbursts are shorter and I don't know, and not as intense. In the early days, there were moments where I'd wonder if Seifa had gone insane, and I'd feel insane too in the same euphoric and boisterous mood that characterized the outbursts. Ultimately, I'm glad Seifa has grown more comfortable speaking in his normal voice, and there's more emotional stability to the podcast as a result. I'm just wondering if there was a specific moment when it all changed, or if there are more accents spoken out of the studio that we don't know about. Either way, very happy for the new season, and thanks for what you do, Gus.
Dude, that was awesome. I don't even think it needs to be like addressed or answered. That was just a really cool email to read. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Nothing's changed. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, I'll just say I'm a little bit less crazy, obviously. I guess we started this when I was 27, 28. Tail end of, being younger and a little more loose ball. But I swear, Gus McLeod, man, go listen to the last episode. The very last thing said was me screaming some sounds.
But dude, obviously when we were younger, the outbursts were...
Oh, yeah.
They were like on a regular, but every 10 minutes, potentially.
I know, but we're almost 40. Like, what am I going to walk around
we're
like fucking screaming?
Calmer on the mic now. But like, yeah, there was a group of us, and there was like an even smaller group that had a lot of outbursts. I mean, still, to this day, people, when they see Seifa, they drop a little noise. Even our best of friends. Like, it's just uncontrollable, man.
Yeah, it's basically just my high school crew and Phil, who skates. Like, when certain people link up in the crew, it just comes out.
We went to dinner on Wednesday, and when Thomas Morrison got there, he says hi to everyone, and then he shakes Seifa's hand and says anus for some reason. Dude. It was insane.
Tom's a low-key legend in the sound game. Tom Morrison.
Yeah.
You may know him as a quasi filmer and color guy and fucking general skateboard legend.
Yeah.
If you ever see Tom Morrison in the streets, make a noise at him or ask him to make a sound for you.
He'd fucking love to. All right, next up, we've got a voice note from Rob Roy. He starts it off with, Donald Seifa, got a voice note for you. Keep killing it. Appreciate what you do. Let's take a listen.
Seifa, Dono, Ants, One, how's it going? Looking forward to the Bunt Jam later this month. Got a question for you. I was watching the Dylan Reader RIP epically latered last night and noticed a few clips from Toronto. We got a Bickford clip, and then we have that blue outrail, the one he backtailed. I'm just wondering if any of you or anyone in your crew had any run-ins with him during his time filming for that Gravis part up in Toronto. And if not, maybe some other epic dudes that, spent some time there, like when Heath did all those tricks over that double set. We need a little story time from the boys. Thanks for letting me know the apparel was online. Had to cop that while walking 2 dogs.
Legend.
Didn't even see really what it looked like. Just grabbed a large ASAP as possible. So thanks for everything you do. Looking forward to the Bunt Jam and looking forward to the rest of the season. Peace out, boys.
Legend. Rob Roy.
Just brought up some fun memories. Got a little, not much of a story time, but I was around. I met Dylan on both of those trips. met him for the first time on the first one. Actually, down the street from where I live now, at a famous Toronto rail called Monarch. Ryan Allen, who y'all know from the pod. At the time, I can't remember if he was the TM for Gravis or maybe it was an analog trip, but came up with Sammy Winter, Dylan, Jake Johnson. I don't know, pretty epic crew, forgetting everyone. But I met up with them at Monarch, and Dylan was trying kick front lip, which was just... It was too small for him. It's like a 7-stair rail, and he was kick flipping, like frontside flipping so high over it, and he would like tap the end. I feel like it almost wasn't worth his time, and whatever, he stopped trying it. But so nice. Offered me a beer. I was just like the biggest random awk at the time, and he treated me like the homie. So I'll never forget that. That's even sweet. Before like he passed or anything, because he became larger than life by the time I met him the next time. But
I think after that part was like, okay, this guy's a god.
So he came the one time. He was so nice. Offered me a beer. Hung out with him for the day. I remember taking Jake Johnson to the bar. I went to 751 with Dylan and the whole crew, and then me and Jake Johnson went to another bar. Anyways, so fun. Then the part came out. Then he came back on another trip with Ryan. And at this point, he was like, everyone's fucking on his nuts and shit. Still the nicest dude ever, but it was crazy just like meeting him once and then meeting him again, and just like the energy shift, like the aura around him. But yeah, that don't really have too much stories or anything. Went to a couple bars, watched him try to kick front lip. Unfortunately, I wasn't there when he did the backtail kickflip to regular or the backtail on the beaches. Yeah. But all I can say was you could feel his presence. He was so nice, and obviously the legend of pain.
Dude, that backtail is like up there for one of the best tricks in Toronto. Like, that's like Peter Ramondetta nose Manny nollie flip. Like Mount Rushmore Toronto tricks.
Yeah.
That rail is insane, dude.
Actually, I have one more tidbit that was kind of funny. This was on the second time where he's mega stud. Ryan brought him to, I forget where we were, but me and Aiden were there. And he like got introduced to Aiden, but he's like, yeah, like there's no point in like telling me your name. Like, I'm not going to remember anyways.
To Aiden? Yeah. That's so harsh, bro.
Yeah, it was so unnecessary. And it's like, I'm like that too. I forget everyone's name instantly. Though. Yeah. But he was, I don't know. He was in that,
he just didn't like the look of Aiden, eh?
No, it was just, at that point in his life, probably a lot of things changed quick, you know? Just meeting so many more people, and everyone wants to meet you, get a photo or whatever. And he was just... He cool guyed the fuck out of Aiden.
He was the coolest guy. Like, if anyone could pull that off. No, I never got to meet him, man. You know, back then, Ryan Allen didn't invite everyone on sessions. And I was definitely on the outside looking in. That's cool, Ryan. Ryan forgets that part of our relationship, dude.
I wonder if Aiden remembers that. I feel like he must. It was fucking savage.
Dude, I'll never forget the look on Ryan's face when it was in like the secret Ryan Allen session days, you know, and a lot of the time the Scarborough guys weren't really involved in these sessions. But I forget what spot or where the spot was, but you know when you go over the bridge and then skate over the double kink rail? Jesse Landon kickflip.
Will hard flip.
Yeah, so some of the crew was there, and Jesse was trying kickflip, and Ryan was shooting, and we pulled up 5 tall T-mans from Scarborough, probably with the radio as loud as it goes, and just pulled into the session. It looked like he saw a ghost, man. Like Ryan was like, I can't believe these idiots are here. Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah. Epic.
So good.
All right. Next up, we got an email from Jeff Greenhouse. Or sorry, it's a video. Let's take a watch, yo.
Wednesday. What up, Bunt? It's your repeat offender operating a cell phone in Los Angeles County traffic. I'm Rezo reporting in Long Beach, California. Short and sweet. First and last in the video. Who's got it? Thanks, guys. Keep it up. #1 podcast in skateboarding.
Oh, what? Yeah. Jeff, I mean, you're in LA. Maybe you're not going to make it to the Bunt Jam, but I think we got to keep all that under wraps for now.
Oh,
man.
Shit, really?
Get some excitement popping.
I thought you were going to...
Jay's in the lab, man, and the order keeps changing and shit.
I know. I saw a little... I've been trying to not watch because the brand new premiere feeling is nice, but I saw a little bit today. It's like he's cooking, man. He's cooking with butter over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Appreciate you getting excited for the video. I wish we could do a fucking premiere tour, man, but yeah, it'll be. I think it's gonna premiere at the Bunt Jam. This is the info I'll give you, and then I think 2 weeks later it'll go online. So not too much longer, man. I know it's been feels like 38 years since we started this project, but we're almost there still.
Can't wait. All right, next up, we've got an email from Josh Murphy. Hey, Safe and Dono. Thanks for the new season and super excited to see the video. Fans have been waiting. On the recent Jack Olson episodes, you asked him to share a Henry Gartland story. I know it's a heavy subject for the younger fans or anyone feeling alone out there. Thought this could be a moment to remind people who are struggling with mental health challenges about resources such as the Ben Ramers Foundation or their country's national suicide prevention hotlines. Always a good reminder to check in on your friends and the ones closest to us who might be going through it. Wish you all the best. Much love.
Well, yeah, nothing more to say. That's you made the reminder for us. Appreciate you, and that's definitely something we want to try and remind people of.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Honestly, Josh, thank you. You did the work for us there, man. Appreciate that. And yes, anybody, always reach out to a friend, a family member, and if you don't have one that you want to talk to, definitely use those resources, man.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have a voice note from Nicholas Frink. Let's take a listen. Sent 3 emails trying to attach the audio, and he got it on the 3rd try. Let's see.
What's up, Bump Boys? It's your boy, Nick Frink. And I have to say, I find it absolutely hilarious how quickly Safe Miranda found that Joffrey quote to my last message. Never seen anybody run to get a Joffrey quote before. Let me keep this quick. Me and my kid have been jamming to the Disney catalog as he's about to go into kindergarten, and was wondering, is there a favorite Disney song or soundtrack you guys have? Is there one you think is the best? If that's not easy enough, is there one you think is the absolute worst? Also, Seifa, as a brother, how was your adventures in Japan? Regale us a tale of your journeys to the east, good sir. Loving what you guys are doing for the season. Keep bringing some more heat. Can't wait for the Bump video. Keep it up, boys. Peace.
Wow. I remember this legend now, man.
That was something else.
Damn, favorite Disney song?
Bro, is that a thing, man?
I don't probably be watching more Disney.
Nah, my son doesn't watch movies. He hates them.
First one that comes to mind. let me try and load it up here. This is mine.
My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expression. The lights in the hall are.
What is this?
Scar, Lion King, Be Prepared. Me and my sisters used to we had the tape back in the day.
Yeah, I think Lion King is a very recognizable one. Tarzan has some bangers in there. I think we tried to force my son to watch Tarzan a few weeks ago. Some good ones in there.
Oh, you know what one came up this summer that I kept saying over and over? When we went to Detroit, we got this Airbnb and it was called Arabian Nights. So had to run the Aladdin Arabian Nights song a bunch. But dude, all the OG ones, man. Too many
Uber,
good ones.
Man. That was my favorite. Just gotta leave that there.
And then trying to think, quick Tokyo story. Well, this was just the goal every day. There was a group chat with like 35 people in it. And we went to this bar called, Katoman's bar. Why am I blanking right now? Beat Cafe. Every single night. Even if you fucked off and did your own thing during the day and didn't talk to a single person, you could just go to Beat Cafe anytime after midnight, and you're going to bump into at least 15 to 20 to 40% of the crew, if not the entire crew. And it was like a battle to stay up the longest every night. And I just remember one time waking up all like feeling crazy at like 9 a.m. and the group chat's just like still popping from the day before. Atiba made it to 5:30 a.m. Sun was out, did a kickflip on someone's board that he saw. And Franz, turnstile legend, he like outlasted everyone. And the final picture from the partiers was 6:20 a.m. He's just holding up a McDonald's sandwich, photo of his hand. And then he met up at noon the next day. Like, I don't know, that dude has the most energy I've ever seen of anyone on the planet. But it was insane, man. It was a 5-day blur, basically. I was either drunk and tired or hungover and tired for 5 days straight. It was
nice.
Amazing.
That's a great feeling.
Terrible feeling, but it was amazing trip. Thank you, Teebs.
All right, let's squeeze one more in here real quick. We've got a voice note from Mike Ridgway. Let's take a listen.
Greetings to my favorite Canadians. This is Mike Ridgway residing in Visalia, California. I've actually emailed you a couple times before. You played one of my clips, and again, thank you for that. My son was the one that saw it and told me about it, and he kind of clowns me for being older and being unk. So for a skate clip of mine to pop up in front of his face while watching your pod, that's pretty tight. So anyway, I have a super random question. Have you guys had a significant other or currently have a significant other that has had some type of trick they didn't like about your skateboarding, or just something in a video part or anything like that? My wife has proclaimed more times than not that she's just not with it as far as manual tricks. They dry up her downstairs. They're just unappealing to her. Figured I'd ask that. Maybe it provokes a funny story from you guys. And Mr. Benson, please quit discounting the Denver Broncos. We're contenders now. We all know what Herbert's going to do. The Chargers are not going to be that big of a force to be reckoned with in the AFC West. So love you guys, and thank you for everything that you do.
Dude, wicked email. Glad we could get that clip up there for you to show your son what's good. Always got to educate the youth, you know. It's weird that you would call you Unk when you're his dad.
I know, I thought that too. I love that.
I'll leave that to the family dynamic y'all can deal with. Dude, I've been filming a lot this summer, you know, probably getting a clip like 30% of the time that I go out, which is a weird thing for my wife to understand. She thinks that like this should be happening on a regular basis. So I always get the question of like, did you get one? And most of the time it's no. But like I tried real hard, you know, that's just the way it is. So when I do, I'll show her, and it always has a very like unimpressed look on her face of like, that's what took so long, you know? And then a few weeks ago, she's like, when are you going to skate a rail? You know?
Oh, shit.
And I was like, what? She's like a handrail. Like, when are you going to skate a handrail? And I was like, absolutely never. Like, that's not happening anymore.
Damn.
If you watch my old parts when I was younger, I would jump on some rails. And then
Bro, you might have to now.
Then I bashed my front teeth in, and I haven't been on a rail since, man.
Yeah, fuck. Really? Not even like a...
No. Well, maybe like a 5-stair or something, like front board for fun, messing around. But that was the last rail I skated.
Damn. RBC Indoor 8. On my end, I can't think of anything. My girlfriend has no interest in... she wanted to see me skate forever because I never wanted to skate in front of her for like 5 years or something, maybe longer. And then finally brought her to the skate park and it was boiling hot and she just wanted to go to the beach. And I was like, film one more. And that was like the first and last time she ever cared to see me skate.
Yeah. It's a hard thing for them.
Yeah. And then what was that fucking shit about the Broncos, bro?
Oh, he says they're contenders. I mean, yeah, they're a great team. It's a stacked division. With everyone always having the Herbert hope, but like we just went over that division last week. We don't need to redo that. We're moving on into the rundown, man. Let's get into the rundown and then we'll start our football thing.
I'll just say though, I do got if his foot's fine, if he's playing at the same level as last year, then the Broncos can win the division and are definitely contenders. I just don't know
because they're better.
Yeah, they got Waddle and shit. Like, but I'm a little worried about his foot. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, agreed. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap up the post office for this week. Get your emails, voice notes, and now videos into the buntlive@gmail.com.
That was the most unnecessary video, by the way, but appreciate you. Could have been an audio.
Welcome back to the Rundown, the Skateboard World source for sports. Brought to you by NFL Canada. Safa, big news, man. There's nothing we love more than giving back to the people, and working with the NFL has been an absolute dream for us. Just tell the people what we have in the coming weeks with the NFL.
Well, last year we did a contest. It was awesome just seeing like who could put together the best edit or clip in a jersey. So we're going to cook up something similar. We want to make sure one of our lovely listeners out there gets to go to a game with a +1. Got to run that back, man.
For opening week, just around the corner. What a beautiful thing, man. So next week, all the details will be revealed, but another Bunt listener going to an NFL game. It doesn't get better than that, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, 2 divisions left to go through. The NFC South, probably the worst division of all?
It's pretty bad.
You go body for body, it's pretty rough. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta. I think last year only Carolina got in and they won the division.
Yeah. The Bucks missing last year was a disgrace.
Oh, that was sad. That was one of the biggest fall-offs of all time.
Yeah.
Prediction time.
All right. This year, Saints might win a few games. Falcons might win a few games. Panthers. But I got to go Mr. Chip on his shoulder, Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Ibuka, Bucky Irving, the squad. I think it's redemption season.
Godwin,
yeah. Baker's trying to get a contract. He feels disrespected. I think last year was just injuries, man. To him and Ibuka, they could never really. I think Godwin missed a bunch of games too. Mike Evans is always going to miss games.
Evans is gone. It's Ibuka's show now, and Baker's got to stay healthy. That's the main thing. Bucky. But how do you pronounce the quarterback in New Orleans' name?
Tyler Shuck. Oh, I wish you just said what you thought it was.
The New Orleans Saints will win this division if we have the same Tyler Shuck that we had at the end of the year last year. They got the hot new wide receiver, Tyson.
Jordan Tyson.
They got Chris Olave, who absolutely broke out last year when Shuck took over. They got Kamara still. They got Etienne. Taysom Hill left, but that's all right. They play in a dome, which is very safe. You know, they know what they're getting. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints to win this division if Shuck is what we saw last year.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. I feel like I took the safer pick, but that's the upside. But, the Panthers, I feel like just because Bryce Young's just been so hard to know what his actual talent is. He'll have games where he looks like one of the worst 5 QBs in the league, and then he'll have a game in the playoffs against the Rams, they pushed the Rams to the limit. Like the Rams had to win on a fucking last drive. So that team is very hard to predict. I never would have put any money on them to win it last year, and they did. I'll stick with the Bucks. I'll go Bucks, Panthers, Saints, Falcons.
I mean, by far the Falcons are last place.
Yeah, when Tua's your starting quarterback, man, that's pretty bad.
And they might have the best 3 position players in wide receiver, running back, tight end in the division, body for body. Obviously, the best running back, right?
Yeah.
Drake London, he can go. I mean, the closest to him would be Olave, but I'd still probably take Drake London. Kyle Pitts is the best tight end.
Yeah, you're right.
They just have the worst quarterback in the division.
Yeah, fuck, dude. It's crazy.
They could easily win this division if they, went out and got themselves any sort of a quarterback. But the fact that they got Tua, you just scratch your head, dude.
I wonder if they're trying to tank for a QB next year or something, because they got all the pieces in place.
But then you just waste a year of Bijan. But I don't know. Planning in the NFL seems to be obviously one of the hardest things to do. But I'm going Saints, Bucks, Carolina, Falcons. I don't see the Falcons winning many games. I think Bijan will do his thing. Drake London's going to be a tough own in fantasy. I don't see who's getting the ball to him. There was a lot of hope for Penix Jr. last year, but the fact that he's losing the job to Tua, that is absolutely disgraceful. Baker, I don't know if Baker can win at for a whole season. You see flashes of greatness, but the season's long, man. And that I have the same worry for Tyler Shough, but young, upside.
2 seasons ago, Baker was he killed it.
Yeah, it was his best season.
Yeah,
he's been in the league for how many years though? Yeah. And then same thing with Bryce Young. You hope he can be great. This division, anyone can win and anyone can come in last. I feel like it is. It's wild down there. And the crazy thing is they always have insane games against each other. They're high scoring, absolute battle. So interesting to watch.
Yeah, fuck. What a division.
Is Baker the best quarterback in that division by far?
I wouldn't say by far.
If you had to pick to start an organization and you got to pick one of their 4 starting QBs, who do you take?
Fuck. Probably Baker, just for maybe the highest floor.
Yeah, safest pick.
But who's got the most upside out of those QBs?
Dude, I'd say Bryce Young, I guess. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't take Baker for ceiling, that's for sure.
We saw the ceiling though in a short, the first MVP, 5 weeks last year.
MVP chatter, dude.
The ceiling's nice. It's just a health thing. Yeah. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Weird division, one to watch or not watch, however you want to put it. Last but not least, always a dogfight in this division. The NFC West, the reigning Super Bowl champions, Seattle Seahawks, which nobody saw coming last year, and now potentially the overwhelming favorite, the Los Angeles Rams. The Niners always, annoy people, and then the Cardinals, another potential worst team in the league. Basically a battle of 2 teams here, Seattle and LA. How do you see it playing out?
I'm going to go with the more slept-on Seahawks. I feel like they're not getting too much talk in the offseason. I think they come back better another year with their new coach.
New running backs.
Continuity. Yeah, with that Price, homie. Maybe Rashid Shaheed takes another step and isn't just a deep threat. They blew my mind last year. Even all the way up to basically the Super Bowl, it just didn't feel real still, seeing Sam Darnold every step of that process. He used the butt of so many jokes and memes for years. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to sleep on them. They're the champs. I'm going to go Seahawks.
Oh, crazy.
Rams. Also, Stafford's fucking 40 or I don't know. I think he's my age.
He is.
I think Stafford's actually my age, which trips me out because he just seems like older for whatever reason.
He's lived a life, man.
Yeah.
Those years in Detroit aged him, though, man.
Yeah, for sure. If he misses like 5 games, you know, last year they were talking about his back and whatever, and I don't think he missed a game. But there's just a little bit more delicate over there. And let's not forget, Puka's literally insane.
Are you talking about the Max Kellerman cliff approaching? The injury cliff.
For Stafford?
Not skill, injury cliff.
No, I ain't talking no cliffs. Fuck the cliff. And fuck, I cannot stand Max Kellerman. I still can't stand him. You see he does the podcast with Rich Paul now?
No, I don't watch that shit, man.
I don't watch it, but it just pops up on Twitter things. And like he'll ask Rich Paul a question and then he just is interrupting him the whole time.
He asks himself a question.
Oh, he drives me crazy. Yeah, so Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, dumpster fire.
The Cardinals.
Yeah.
Who would you rather, JSN or Puka? Who's the best wide receiver in this division?
I think it's Puka, but I don't trust him. Like if we played PPR, that's how you gotta frame it. Like if we played PPR, I think I'd take Puka.
He gets more receptions for sure.
If you promised me both of them were healthy, I think he's better for 17 games. But I think I would actually take JSN because this year he might get suspended. He bit that woman. Like, bro, you see, he went to rehab, came out, but then he just ran into a glass door the other day.
But that was at a party. Yeah,
cut his face.
I saw that at that party.
But it's like that's the last thing you need to be hearing about him now. Like,
yeah,
he's insane, man.
He needs to be like. They just need to keep him at the arena. He needs to live at SoFi and just not leave.
And you know he's eligible for an extension. Like he was supposed to reset the wide receiver market after last season ended. And of course they're delaying it because they're just like wait and see.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
Like I hate
as soon as he gets the money, I think
I'm scared. Like Brandon Ayuk, I don't want to see. That's one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, he went crazy.
At least like made it through the majority of his career before kooking out. Like Ayuk's like at the halfway point and he kooked himself out of the league. Yeah. Puka hasn't even got, at least Ayuk got that one, I think $50 or $70 million deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, actually, no, I think it was 120, but 50 guaranteed or something. But anyways, I don't want to see Puka blow the bag and blow his career. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, you'd like to see a swift turnaround, man.
Yeah.
I still think the Rams are the best team, especially with Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald. If they are able to add the two of them, this is an aging team. Like in Dynasty, I might put them at the back end of this division. But like for this year, it's definitely a win now team. Seattle's still great. But we never really saw Darnold have to win a game, you know? It was always really like in a good position. He never had to go out and really win a game. So if that ever happened, I'm definitely taking Stafford to win the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw him battle, have some big games. So I'm going LA, Seattle, SF, Arizona, I guess. There's no other option, really. It's basically just the top two, and then you know what's happening with the other two. Well, is there a way that SF can finish in the top two?
I don't think so, man. They're even more win now. But there is different because Brock Purdy's young, but the rest of the team's old as shit. So
I know. Going out and getting Debo and bringing him back is crazy.
Yeah, Ricky Pierce.
And then getting Evans.
Yeah. I think, but I just want to be clear. I'm just talking about regular season division. I think if both teams are healthy, I think the Rams beat the Seahawks this year
in a playoff game.
Yeah. They weren't too far off this past year.
No, you're right.
I think they're better on paper.
Yeah. Okay, that's all the divisions. The divisions are done. Obviously looking forward to every one of those battles. Let's play a quick who would you rather, okay? Could be for fantasy. Some of them are just for the starting job. This one is for the starting job. Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders. And you're the coach or GM of the Cleveland Browns. Where do you go here, man?
I think I would go with Shedeur, man.
Oh.
Like some development. We've seen Deshaun. It's one of the wildest. The Monstars took his powers. I've never seen a fall off like this in my life. And
agreed.
He had the perfect public image. Everything. He was like arguably the second best quarterback at the time. I think he was better than Josh Allen, I would say.
He beat him in a playoff game. Beat him by
Yeah, it was Mahomes, then Watson, then maybe Josh, Lamar, or whatever. But
yeah, he was truly great with D-Hop. That was a hell of a duel. Like, D-Hop was a end of the first round fantasy pick. Deshaun Watson was unstoppable, win you a game type
Will Fuller
quarterback too.
Yeah.
What did he change his name to?
Will Fuller?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking about Anderson.
Oh, yeah, Robbie Anderson. What did he change his name to?
I can't remember. Something
insane. I would go with Deshaun. You traded so much for him, gave him so much money. I just give him one last shot, bro. Be like, this is it. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback. Nothing we've seen, and especially in preseason, like, he's still fucking coughing it up. Deshaun
Watson strip, sack, fumble.
But you know who he could be. Maybe that's still there somehow. I don't know.
I think that's what they're going to do. I think they start with him because that's the smarter approach. Start with him. If he blows it, then you go to the young guy.
And then Deshaun's just done forever, you know?
Yeah. They have to, but at this point, I think there's enough time with the Browns that we've seen him suck that I'm like...
Agreed. I think if they just cut him tomorrow, I would say that makes sense as well.
Yeah. You know? I saw they still owe him $132 million though, so...
He might be sticking around. All right. Sticking with fantasy, we play double quarterbacks. A lot of people play this 2-quarterback league now. Couple quarterback ones for you. Coming to the end, maybe your third or your second starter. Kyler Murray, Malik Willis.
Ooh, that's a crazy one. Damn. Malik Willis is just the unknown, the upside. Every year there's one of those motherfuckers, man. Every year it's like Justin Fields or who was it? Like Lamar was one and he turned... I remember Russ got him the year Lamar broke out. Russ Milligan, legend, drafted him in like the 10th round or something. In one of our leagues, there's always that like high upside rushing QB who's a questionable passer. Do you take him over something like a pocket passer?
The Dolphins are going to be losing a lot of games. They're going to be throwing the ball. He still has Achane, who is a pass catching RB, who will probably catch 10 to 12 passes a game.
Yeah.
But Kyler's got like a wicked receiving corpse. He's got Addison, he's got Jettas, and he's got Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Will he be able to see them is the issue.
Yeah. And he's got great coaching. Damn, that's a really tough one. I feel like I would roll the dice on Kyler one more time and just hope that he can refine that like first 2-3 years in the league magic he had for fantasy.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Next one, the older category, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins. This is a back end. This is third quarterback. Stash on the bench for bye weeks.
Wow. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. I think one more year removed from that Achilles. And Kirk Cousins, we saw it last year, man. He lost that zing in his passes. Like he was throwing a lot of noodles.
Yeah.
And
I think Kirk Cousins, I think it's well known that he's probably not going to play the whole season. Aaron Rodgers, probably, as long as they're like somewhat competitive, he'll be the quarterback. Kirk struggles for years now, right? He's been losing it for a long time, and they have Mendoza down there. Kirk, I think, makes it into the second month of the season. And unless they're like in a really good spot, I think the clock's ticking.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Aaron Rodgers' last season, so I don't think they're going to just bench him unless he's injured.
Yeah. Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. This is literally, you're going to go...
fantasy?
For fantasy, you're going to go Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, potentially Jaden Daniels, and then it's this. Fantasy Pros has Mahomes way back, but when you put them head to head, it's like a more reasonable comparison.
I think this year and this year only.
Don't do it,
I would
man.
Go Justin Herbert.
Oh my God.
I have to. I just think
hope is a dangerous thing, man.
A lot of his production was, well, are you trying to figure out who to draft at what do you got, the 4th pick or 5th pick?
I'm 4th, I think. But I think that, and Drake May is there in that range. But Drake May in our league's taken. And I think Jaden Daniels will be taken. And I think Josh Allen might be taken too. So it could be a mess for me. I might be getting Gibbs.
Yeah. So you can still get a decent QB on the way back. But I'm going Herbert. You got Mahomes over Herbert?
I got Mahomes. I got the revival of the Kansas City Chiefs.
So would you take Mahomes right there at 4?
Absolutely. I will if he's available.
Wow. I respect that. That's have you ever had Mahomes in that league?
No, never. I've never had the opportunity to. Well, actually, I think last year I took Hurts over Mahomes. And I still like Hurts as a fantasy quarterback. He's just tough to watch, you know?
So tough.
This one's back to more of like a GM coach decision. Tua or Penix Jr.?
I hope that Penix just doesn't have the job right now to give him more time to come back from the knee.
Yeah.
Tua, believing in Tua as like your franchise guy seems insane at this point. I'll go Penix.
Is Tua the worst starting quarterback in the NFL?
I gotta look at these teams. I don't think so, but that's just off the top of my head. He very well might be. Well, maybe you're right, actually. Oh, you like Tua or Geno Smith?
Oh, I like Geno Smith like that.
Oh wait, no. Deshaun Watson probably worse.
Oh, Deshaun Shador.
Yeah.
No, dude, Tua's so bad, but maybe. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it could be tough between those ones.
Okay, I have 2 more outside of the quarterback, and these are like real life fantasy decisions. Obviously, at the top is Gibbs or Bijan. Like, usually there's like a full flight number 1 RB. Last year it was Bijan, and I think Gibbs lived in like the 2, 3, 4 range. But the departure of David Montgomery, and we've seen what Gibbs does solo. For me, the answer is obviously Gibbs. And for you?
We did this last week, I swear. Gibbs, no question.
Okay. And then my last one then. A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith?
That one's tough. I think I'm just nervous about A.J. Brown's health. But if you promise me 15 games, including like the playoff weeks, can miss a game or 2 in the middle of the year, I'll take A.J. Brown. He's playing with the best quarterback he's ever played with. Best passer he's ever played with.
Okay. I think that's a really tough one for me. I don't know. I like Devonta Smith as a wide receiver.
Me too, especially as the 1 now, but
that's a huge spot for him.
Drake May or Jalen Hurts passing the ball?
That's a big question, yeah.
But Devonta Smith is a fucking stud too. That is, yeah, it is hard. I've seen different rankings have them in different orders too. Like they're pretty close to each other.
Yeah. Bonus one. Rank these 3.
Wait, who are you taking? You didn't say it.
I said Devonta Smith.
Oh, okay.
I would take Devonta Smith. I like the Eagles' offense as a whole. I think that they'll move the ball. I really think that A.J. Brown leaving makes Dallas Goedert a valuable tight end as well. I believe in Jalen Hurts. He won the Super Bowl in like really good fashion. Like he's a good passer. He's had some downtimes, but I think like the relationship with AJ was a sore spot for him. It was like,
yeah,
I just hate the coach there. Like it seems like he lets the players be in charge of the dressing room, and then he's just like some weird. He has like a really weird attitude. Yeah. So I feel like it's addressing like a locker room issue, and like Jalen doesn't have that like ownership, especially when he like lost the room with AJ. So hopefully they sorted that out. But last one, bonus, rank them. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey.
That's so hard. This depends if it's my first draft or fourth draft, because I think I'm in 4 leagues this year. The first drafts, I'm playing it safer. You know, when you're at your last one, you're like, I'll roll the dice on McCaffrey. Fuck it.
Okay.
Like your least money league, you're like, I'll risk the upside. But the money league, you want to play safe and like try and make sure you have bodies. So I'll go James Cook, McCaffrey, Saquon.
Ooh. I'm going Saquon, Cook, McCaffrey in my safest one.
Wow.
And I had James
You're all
Cook.
in on the fucking Eagles, eh?
Well, I just think that dude, they win games, and like Saquon had a down year last year. The year before, he was ranked the number 1 player in the top 100 in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, not that much changed. The offense sputtered, and you know, Hurts didn't play that well last year. And I think like when you have such a head of like the offense that AJ Brown was for years, him leaving, everyone can kind of take a deep breath and be like, oh, maybe we come together here. Shit opens up for Saquon a little bit more.
Yeah, I think they didn't go to the Super Bowl back to back.
No, one year they were out of it, but they lost the one that they should have won.
Yeah, and then I think they had a great year, went to the Super Bowl, then they had a terrible fall off. Then they lose to the Bucks, and then they went back to the Super Bowl, won, and then
I feel like Hurts was really hurt that year that they lost to the Bucks.
Yeah, the locker room and the drama, like it's been like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they continue the trend. I might not be as high as you, but I do think they have a bounce back year, and the locker room's much chiller, and like they just go under the radar and kind of just handle business.
Yeah. So like, who's the third RB?
I mean, you could put that in any order, but what did I say?
I mean, like after Bijan, like who's next?
Oh, I mean, it could be McCaffrey if you want. It could be Jonathan Taylor. It could be James Cook. It could be Saquon.
Do you take Jonathan Taylor over those 3 running backs?
I'm a little nervous about Indy.
Yeah.
I don't know how Daniel Jones is moving.
And where does Hampton and Jonty fall into this?
Genty? Yeah, I don't know. And what's his name? Kenneth Walker. Like the RB position's kind of crazy, but it feels deep, but it always feels deep.
For me, I think it's Gibbs, and then the rest are a different tier. Like Gibbs is the 1 tier, and then all the way to Genty is, or maybe even Kenneth Walker.
I got Bijan's too good, man.
Yeah, so maybe there's 3 tiers. Gibbs 1, Bijan 2, and then tier 3 is just enormous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to take Gibbs in the money league, but I don't think there'll be a quarterback left for me on the way back. I kind of wish I had the 5th or 6th pick for that.
Which pick do you have?
3rd.
Oh, you got to go quarterback. You're gonna get Joe Burrow probably.
We'll see. I don't even care who's there. Whoever's there, I'm fine with. But
I might have to do some math to see who comes back around the other way. I might have to go with my MVP candidate down there in Texas, Dak Prescott. Pick 4. Dude, we'll see. Anyways, too much. We've been too long. That was almost a half-hour rundown. Supposed to be a short one this week. Didn't happen. Y'all know where to find us next week. Episode 5, Wednesday. Let's go.